It's not exactly a bonus. It's what you call a spin down.
Okay.
Yeah, that's very good. Linda, that was so nice of you to have Walter call me, dear.
You are welcome. We'll call again another day.
All righty. Walter, are you through?
I think I am, because you've told me all I should know.
Yes, yes, right. The football coach said to the math professor, "You have to pass my star player or we don't get into the finals." And the math professor said, "But he said that 7 times 5 is 33. And the football coach said, "Okay, so he missed it by 1.
Yeah, the coach isn't much better either, is he?
Goodbye, dear Walter. I love you.
Yes, well, thanks for thinking about me.
You're welcome. Thank you, dear. Thank you, dear Linda Balfour.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye-bye. I think that's so nice, honey.
Yeah.
That, he's really just as sharp as he can be. And I think it's grand. I do believe he's 97. Okay, I wanted to tell you folks about this bag of candy that I asked Susan Kaplan to purchase for me at Family Dollar. When I was a little girl, oh my goodness, it's heavy. I asked her to go through the aisle and pick out one. And about the new candy, I don't think I'm going to like it. Anyway, when I was 10 years old, my sister broke up with Roger Erskine, who was a potato farmer in Presque Isle, Maine, Aroostook County. And she started going with another high school teacher. She was a high school teacher. She started going with Glenn Cunningham. Well, Glenn Cunningham and my sister Helene Folsom came to Lincoln, Maine to see my mother for Christmas. And Glenn Cunningham brought me a box that was filled with candy bars. Back then, a candy bar was 5 cents. And this box, folks, was filled with candy bars. Well, I just felt the richest person in the world. And I wanted my sister, naturally, to marry Glenn Cunningham, not Roger Erskine. But it didn't turn out that way. It did not turn out that way. She married Roger Erskine. Well, that was one recollection. What was another topic, dear Amy?
We were on vocab words, and the next one is address.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry. Address. Address means to skillful management, doesn't it, dear?
Skillful management, dexterity, and adroitness.
Say it again.
Skillful management, dexterity, and adroitness.
Oh, I love it. Is it adroitness or adroitment?
Adroitness. Ness.
N-E-S-S?
Yeah.
Okay, you didn't let us get by with that, Amy, without doing the last vocabulary. Thank you. What's the next topic?
We have Village Pizza.
Village Pizza. I call Village Pizza, and it's very hard to find something that is non-meat and non-dairy. But I insist upon it. I'm not going to take away the milk that belongs to the little calf, and I'm not going to take away the hen's eggs. But there is a ravioli you can get that's vegan. And you get about 10 pieces for about $9.50. And mushrooms, 17 mushrooms, Amy, for $9.50.
Wow.
That's deeply fried. Deeply fried, honey. Okay, what's the next topic?
Susan Kaplan.
Susan Kaplan is our new friend, our new hiree. And folks, she came to work. Amy said the first day with a black suit and a white blouse. Amy?
Yeah.
And pretty shoes, you said?
Yeah.
And then the next day, she skips Thursday. Friday, she came in pink. What was it? A pink what, Amy?
I think it was like a pink dress suit, kind of.
A suit, honey?
I think it was like a pink sweater and then pink pants to go with it.
Oh, how pretty. And she's such a good worker.
Yeah.
And today is her third day, and she came to work in a dress. Blue, right, Amy?
Yeah.
What color blue? Royal blue?
It was more of a... It was kind of like a denim color blue, you know, like jeans are.
Okay. And buttons all the way down the front, right?
Yeah.
And the buttons were royal blue.
Yeah.
And then she had on pretty shoes, didn't she?
Yes.
My goodness, we're not used to people dressing so well. Good for us, Amy. Good for her. Next topic.
Brittany.
Oh, Brittany is a joy. Brittany is reading to me the biography of Charles Dickens. And I'm not going to tell you how Charles Dickens ended until we get to the biography end. But I must say, Wikipedia, that you are doing a beautiful job on biographies. We are now up to Charles Dickens for 1848, I believe. 1868. He lived until 1870. He really was a contemporary of Mary Baker Eddy. Next topic.
2 cats to college.
Sue?
2 cats to college.
Oh, 2 cats. Amy, April Jacobs and her brother, Brian, took their 2 new kittens to college. And that's okay because Brian has a house. He doesn't live in a dorm. So they took their 2 new little kittens to college. Won't they be educated? Although a college diploma is a poor substitute for an education. Quickly, we need a topic, honey.
Franklin's articles.
Oh, you do that one, will you?
What do you want me to say about it?
Tell the people about him, how much you enjoy his articles.
Well, we learned a lot about Christmas during 1949. And we learned about a kitten named Snow White.
Who was lost?
Yeah, and then she was returned to her owners.
At 372 Union Street, Springfield, Massachusetts.
Yeah. And we learned a lot about the Hotel Kimball, too.
Yeah, the Christmas parties, right?
Yeah. Some were retirement parties, though.
Yes. Now, Amy, we have read all of Franklin's first year as a newspaper reporter. It was his first job. And don't you think he did well covering those events?
Yes.
Well, I do, Franklin. I think you wrote them well, and they were very interesting. And we read them with great suspense. Okay, next topic.
Hamza.
Oh, yes, Hansa is coming to help us on Friday afternoon, Amy, from 3 to 5. And he's a medical student, isn't he?
Yes.
And he's a volunteer for community caregivers.
Yep.
And Heidi, we haven't heard from you. But I can go on to tell you about Brittany, which I did already, reading about Charles Dickens. What other topics, son?
Lisa McGee.
Yes, Lisa McGee is another helper from community caregivers. And Lisa McGee is a retired New York State school teacher, and there's a current shortage of school teachers, so they invited her to come back. And she's not only getting her retirement, honey, she's getting a new salary.
Douglas Carlyle.
Oh, there's one. Sometime in the Army, in the Adjutant General's office, the First Army, which was stationed in Britain, Great Britain, in Bristol to be exact, Franklin met Captain Carlyle. Franklin was a master sergeant, and they were both in the Adjutant General's office. And after Franklin left the Army on Victory in Europe Day, he stayed in touch with Captain Carlyle. And it's interesting, folks, that Franklin wrote to Captain Carlyle, "This morning I became a civilian." Do you know what that meant? After the horror of World War II, 1942, 1943, 1944, 1945. In one battle, 9,000 people being killed, 5,000 on one side, 4,000 on another. And after that, he was a civilian again. Think of what a terrible thing that was, World War II. So, Captain Carlyle, a great humanitarian, and who had a nephew who was a great, and the nephew's name is Doug, and Doug has decided to try to carry on Captain Carlyle's correspondence. Now, doesn't he deserve applause as a nephew? Thank you, Doug.
And the last one is Broken Sink.
Broken what, honey?
Broken Sink.
Oh, yeah. I feel so sorry for the owners of this property. This sink is broken, this kitchen sink. And it broke the snakes. They brought in snakes to try to get through, and it broke the snakes. And for 2 weeks they have been prevented from fixing it because nobody knows what to do. And dear Amy and I and Susan were doing the dishes in the bathroom because we will not touch that sink because it plugs up. Okay. When all is said and done, the only thing that really matters is how did you treat others. When all is said and done, the only thing that really matters is how did you treat others. And I want myself and everybody I know to be our very best. Are you going to be your best today, folks? I'm going to keep trying for it. Have you done it so far? Amy, have I been my best so far?
Yes.
There you are. Grace and peace unto you. And we will come back with another segment. And this program again is 14,182, Part A, B, C. And the date is what, Amy?
January 18th.
Thank you for that. 2023. Grace and peace.
5, 4, 3, 2,